Oh, why hello there. I didn't see you there. You're raging homosexual. Oh. Okay, guys. How's it going? Just in honor of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and the homosexuality of that game that is currently haunting us as we speak. The game's gonna be coming out at some point. I don't actually know when. I think some people said, you know what, let's look it up. I hate Googling things, I'm gonna be honest with you. Alright, Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm not even typing it correct, don't care. 2 release date. There you go. Barely spelled it correctly. Oh, wow. In the next 3-4 days. Cool. Well, I guess I'll be jerking off with the gay woke demons. Oh man, dude, in the first game, the Stephanie chick, whatever the frick her name is, she has nice freaking breasts. Oh freaking Lee. I was actually pretty impressed. I was like, dang, this is why medieval men procreated for until the end of time. This is why the white man overtook the brown man. They had white breasts. That was enough. It just did it, man. That's the only reason why they overtook civilization. Oh, man. Okay. Are we ready? Are we gonna do this? Give me a moment. Let's Google something else here. We're gonna do something here. All right. Retardation. Nope, that's not the right thing. Don't search that. Unless you want to end up on the retard list. Mine. Nope. Can't. No. Conf. Oh wait, nope, that's not it. What the frick was it? I was gonna look up. Oh, founding father quote. Now, I have a list of quotes from the Founding Fathers that I could read off right now for you, but, yeah, I kind of want to go just search up the quotes I already have, but yeah, screw it. I just randomly looked up some quotes, probably quotes that the Democrats like because they can twist the words of the Founding Fathers. By the way, the Founding Fathers, their idea of America was a bunch of European white men with a bunch of double D-breasted white women running around topless, getting manhandled by white men. Anyways, so back onto the topic. So, here's something, quotes about liberty by Thomas Jefferson. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, white men, and that they are endowed, which, you know, I mean, again, but actually, they were not thinking about a bunch of colored dudes from different parts of the world. Anyways, that they were thinking about Englishmen and how the government ought to look at the fellow citizen and not look at them through the lens of bigotry, which does not mean anything liberal as we understand bigotry today, because that's a hijacked term. No, they just meant a bunch of Englishmen within the European diaspora. That's all they meant. Okay, anyways, moving on. So all men are created equal. I agree with that when it applies to white men. That they, well, okay, except unless they're leftists, then deport them. That they are endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights. Agreed. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, if you're white. So anyways, then there's another one, James Madison. If men were angels, well, I mean, only men in the Bible are angels, by the way. So anyways, if men were angels, no government would be necessary. Wow, that's true. That's true, and that's why you deport. That's why you deport the other ethnicities. Actually speaking. So anyways, guys, and then John Jay, some dude, quotes on the purpose of government. Those who own the country ought to govern it. Well, that's problematic when a certain group of people happenstancingly own your country. And then if you try to get rid of them, you get labeled all kinds of things. Well, anyways, this has been a depressing sharing of quotes. Bro, I just want to do myself in now. What the frick? All right, Alexander Hamilton, bro, save it for us. Give all the power to the many. They will oppress the few. I don't know if you actually want to say that. Throughout history, it's actually the many who are always the arbiters of tyranny. Because behind every tyrant is a collective, is a civilization. So, because you can pervert the masses, it's very easy. What is it? Mass psychosis? Very easy to do. It's actually the few. And I mean outside of wealth, outside of everything, outside of class. It is the gifted genetic few, individuals of civilization that just have the right mixture of IQ and common sense, so common understanding of basic rhetoric. Those are the individuals, right? It never comes down to, for instance, it never comes down to a great man to save civilization, but rather, or, you know, a bunch of men with a great man. No, it comes down to a group of great men to save civilization. That's always what it comes down to. Never believe that I'm just going to call it the meaningless masses, that they're ever going to save you or save civilization. It'll never work that way, and it never has, by the way. It always comes down to great men coming together and pursuing after a goal with other great men. So, anyway, I got a drink. And this is why I drink. So anyways, Hamilton says, give all the power to the many, they will oppress the few. So he means elitists in this context, because, right, we know, if you know anything about history and you're not a retard leftist that makes up history and revises it to fit your egalitarian liberal sentiments, then you know exactly what these guys are talking about. Anyways, he says, give all the power to the few, they will oppress the many. No, if you give power to the few, you should give power to the few, by the way, for one. But it must be the meritocratic, the righteous few. Because most people will never reach righteousness. But for those who do reach righteousness, you want to provide to them the power to be wielded over civilization. Because if too many people hold power, then nothing gets done. Everything's too chaotic. That is anarchy. You want to have a select few that have power. However, by the way, I get how these guys were thinking, and I respect their difference of thought for their time. It just happens to be that when you look at where we're at today, over the long haul, this is incorrect, especially historically speaking. Again, it comes down to not the many, because that just turns into anarchic tyranny. You want the few, the righteous few, righteous, and you can determine that through just common sense, love of God, something that a lot of people lack, but also through merits. You know, righteous people, they always have to merit themselves. It's always that way. Individuals who gain their riches and their power through nepotism or other illegitimate means, they are not righteous. It's very easy to know who's righteous and who's unrighteous. You just have to have common sense and also read the Bible. But that's the problem, is that a lot of people, they lack both of those things. So anyways, you should give all the power to the few, but the righteous few, and take it away from the unrighteous many, because most people are unrighteous, especially when you allow a bunch of non-whites into your country. So anyways, they will oppress the many, he says about the few, which is, it's false. But back then it was true about the noble elites in Britain. So, but again, I could stipulate that, doesn't matter. He's correct when it comes down to Britain, screw those guys. But he's incorrect when it comes down to minorities. So anyways, guys, that was good. That was good. So I understand why Google wants me to read off these quotes, because when I search, there's a bunch of quotes that the founding fathers had, and a lot of them are actually pretty good, for the most part. But Google really likes the egalitarian, twisted quotes of these guys. Yeah, no, wow. Oh, quotes about equality. Wow, that's interesting that Google wants me to read right after liberty quotes about equality. Wow, Google. Wow. It's not like you guys are DEI. Oh, F yourself. There are so many quotes out there. You know that they have quotes about supremacy? Okay, Google, you're a bunch of freaking leftist clowns. Gee, I wonder if Google selected these quotes. I wonder if they told the AI, select for these quotes. One's on liberty, because Americans, you know, they always have to jerk off about liberty, even when they're being tyrannized by a bunch of Democrats. Especially Democrats, they love to jerk off that they're being tyrannized by their officials that they elected for. But then outside of that, it's amazing that right after that, it's quotes about equality. And then when we go into right after that, quotes about the purpose of government, it literally goes into, I mean, those who own the country ought to govern it. Again, that's like such a, there's so many stipulations that quote needs from John Jay. Anyway, George Washington, here's one last quote. It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. I agree with this. I've actually read that one before. It's a good one. Yeah. And then Benjamin Franklin said, who I don't really know if I really like most of Benjamin's thoughts, by the way. But anyways, he says, tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. All right, so there you go, retard queers. I just, for the many Satanists amongst you that are Democrat, for one, go find a rope and chew on it. Outside of that, the rope is free. and then go burn some coal. Oh, piece of filth. By the way, you do not deserve freedom of speech, leftists. Anyways. So today, we are here for Eternal Strands. After 12 long minutes, we are going to be speaking about Eternal Strands. Now, I don't really want to be here for long because I've already spoken about this game enough. I don't like this game. This game is terrible. It's literally just, it sucks. It's boring. It's derivative. It's rehashed nonsense that we see in all other kinds of dog trash fiction. By the way, Charles Arlington on Amazon, pick up my mother effing work, you retard queers, because you have forgotten what a good story is. Literally, think of all the best stories. When I sit down, I don't need to even share that. Anyways, think of the best stories you've ever known and ever picked up. Now imagine my books. There you go, done. Freaking pick it up. You won't be disappointed, and if you are, it means you're gay. But no, seriously, I mean, you will love my stuff because, I mean, what do you think this is, rookie hour around here? You think that all the rest of us are freaking retard leftists? Jeez, we're just making our queer fiction around here, like Eternal Strands, by the way, queer fiction. Get your head out of your freaking anus. Get some freaking common sense and realize, oh wow, this guy knows what he's talking about. I need to pick up good fiction again. Okay. Well, all right. So tell me, what's your first suggestion, guy? I'll tell you. I don't know. I mean, me personally, I really enjoyed writing the Queen's Festival. But then when we look at the Realm Lords Apocrypha, see, that's not finished because I have like too many books I'm going to be writing on that one. That's going to be a long series. At least that's where we're going right now. I have no clue how many books, but anyways, there's a lot I have planned with that. So that's the series I'm most excited for. But if you want a really good story, I mean, I really liked Queen's Festival. It's a sexual kind of story. It's a princess story for adults. So a lot of interesting concepts and themes that we go into there. But if you want grand fantasy, then definitely pick up the Realm Lords Apocrypha. Super good. And where we're going with that crap, oh man, it's gonna be good. So anyways, let's get into it. 3.3 for the reviews and ratings on this game, Eternal Strands. Now again, as I shared with you, this is queer fiction, this game is gay, it's woke, it's boring, it's derivative, has low content, don't care, I hate this game. Bad story as well. 3.3, really contested amongst the numbers. The Shills, of course, they gave it, the Shills always come out in full force on the launch of these games. And if you're wondering why, well, there's a lot of people who are incentivized to shill. Outside of ideology. There are the ideological shills, but they're outside of the point. By the way, 2024 made me realize that, by the way, 2024 was year of the shill. And now I'm realizing that, well, the shills, they've taken over a lot of industries. So anyways, this is contested for now, but, you know, the ratings are going to be rolling in. And they will censor a lot of people. I've been censored in these review sections, and I've already discussed that. I think I've already come out by now with the video discussing that, I think. So, because Microsoft right now is trying to threaten my account because I dared to make fun of leftists in a review on Orcs Must Die Death Trap. So, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Retards. But, you know, you can keep on censoring people, leftists, but you're not going to stop them from making you go broke, you pieces of filth. So, anyway, this is my review. Woke DEI. Anyone telling themselves this is good is a woke shill. You love DEI more than gaming. Now, I would have gone into more detail, but of course that would get this review banned. And my account furthermore threatened, and then thereafter attacked by Microsoft. So I was like, well, let's just be succinct here. So that's what I did. We got 15 likes out of 60 overall likes. So I got 45 dislikes, I guess, which is interesting because, you know, it's so fascinating because the numbers are always shifted and skewed towards the left. So apparently there's so many leftist shills in here that are downvoting my review that people supporting me happen to be in the minority. Interesting. And yet these games are going broke. So isn't that fascinating? So these games are going broke, but then people like me telling it like it is, which by the way, if you pick up the mother effing game, you know this game is DEI and woke. What world are these people? I mean, are these people picking up the right game? I mean, what game are we reviewing here? And we're about to go through. I'm going to read to you a bunch of what these shills are saying. But it's like, I actually have people disagreeing with me, even though I am objectively correct. It's like, but you know, it's so weird. Okay, by the way, Xbox has had a lot of bot issues within the review section ever since basically 2016. It used to not be a big problem, but nowadays it's a bigger problem than it used to be. There's a lot of bots that are liking and disliking a lot of these reviews. You have different reviews. Literally, they just get a bunch of dislikes for no good reason. I don't know if they've fixed the bot problem ever, but the botting has been a huge issue for a while. Now, I mean, and those bots, by the way, they do have an agenda, so they do upvote certain reviews. So it's just hard because it's like these games are going broke as they go woke, and I am stating just fact, objective fact here. This is woke and DEI, but somehow I get a bunch of dislikes. And again, I know that there's bots, but it's like, but there's still this idea that there is a majority against my position. But reality does not indicate the majority stance. So it's just, and again, to be on the majority stance against my position means that you are the fanatic. Because my stance is simple pragmatism, simple traditionalism, conventionalism. My stance is not the extremism, which is what? Deconstructionism, which is what? Multiculturalism, the gay and gender stuff, and also the socialism stuff, and everything that's liberal and progressive is always everything that corrodes and deteriorates civilization. And this has happened in Greece and Rome, go down the list. So it's very interesting because I stand for something that has been proven for multiple generations throughout history, But now, apparently, I'm in the wrong, and I need to have a bunch of dislikes. So, very weird, but again, you get a lot of flack when you're over the target. So, I've upset the shills and the bots equally. So, now we have 45 dislikes on that review. Interesting. Outside of that, meh. Okay, so by the way, we're not going to be here forever, okay? We're going to read through a few of these. I don't have to find the shills. The shills are right here, bro. I never had to filter for the shills. They just always show themselves. There's always the shills. There's just a bunch of shills. And even the 3 stars and the 4 stars, even they shill the game. It's crazy. Anyway, even some of the 2-star people, even they're shilling the game. What the frick? All right, guys. So we're going to read through a few of these and then we're done with the video because I'm not going to sit here all day and seethe. So, all right, let's do this. This game is not terrible. Okay, 3-star review. But it is meh. I'll rate the specifics below. Combat 2. Way too floaty. You will fly off cliffs, swinging at monsters. Okay, you're a retard, bro. No. What scenario is that happening? Exploration 2. You only loot crafting materials. Never felt exciting. Yeah, but it's worse than just that. But whatever. Art style 4. This is subjective, but I thought the world was beautiful. No, it's not. It's lazy. It's dysgenic. And what is it? And it's no, it's very ugly. The proportions on characters is ugly. It's not attractive. Dialogue 2. There was a lot of over explaining going on. I started to skip. No, just bad premise and framing of the lore and of conversations and what matters and what doesn't matter. They don't understand pacing of writing and divulging the lore of your world and making it matter. I mean, they name drop all kinds of locations in the first couple of minutes of dialogue in the game, and I criticize it. I'm like, oh, the Strand Road. Who cares about that? They name it like it's Helm's Deep. But then but bro, when you start playing the game and you're on Strand Road, you just go through it as a prologue in the game. No one cares about the Strand Road. No one mentions it, but it's named off like it's an important location. This is what generic fantasy writers do. A bunch of wannabes who have no talent. They don't understand how to make locations important and matter and have a character, right? Gotham City is a character. Helm's Deep is a character. Gondor is a character. These writers are such retards. They're not made for this. They don't understand how to make a location a character. So that's what you get. Bosses 4. The giant monsters are cool. It's the same monsters we've seen, like dragons and whatnot, that we've seen in other games. This is derivative horsewash. Wish there was more of that. Gameplay loop is a 3. Going back to camp constantly felt disjointed. Not unless you're playing a good game. Like Monster Hunter Worlds, even though it can get annoying. I mean, that was a good game though, regardless. I want to explore the beautiful world. No, it's not beautiful. Stop it, Shill. And breaking that up constantly felt like a chore. All in all, this game is decent, but has some questionable design choices that some will enjoy and others will find pretty annoying. Shill. RE. Oh, and look, that guy got 110 likes to 123 overall. So he only got 13 dislikes. Wow. Wow. Okay, whatever. All right, 2 hours in, decent so far. Only complaint is a universal one. Developers, look, it's 2025. Being a year does not justify your argument. Make your argument. The year does not matter. I hate people like this. Hey, you're a man, you should this. Hey, you're a woman, you should that. I mean, yes, you're a woman, get in the kitchen. That's a different story. But no, when something has depth to it, you don't just say, oh, my fingers are red, so get with the program. You need to bend over for me, right? You don't do that. That's not rhetoric. It is rhetoric to say that you're female, get in the kitchen. That's strong rhetoric. Impenetrable, just like my wife's vagina. But yeah, saying it's 2025, no. Dude, just make a good argument. Stop it. It's a year. Okay, that's not your argument though. Have an actual argument. Button mapping is a must. The control layout isn't bad at all. I just prefer to move a few things to my liking. Okay. No other complaints thus far. Will update if that changes. Fun game. Update. Dude, you're such a shill. After a few more hours, head to take 1-star away for inventory. Oh, that's what gave it away for you? God, I'm already done. This video's over. Dude, you're just totally skipping the ugly, detestable, woke characters. God, you people are so freaking fit. You people are, oh, you're so brainwashed. Oh, they won't even mention it. By the way, Microsoft censors those who mention it, so they do push up these types of reviews. But regardless, these mother effers, these are the type of people that won't mention the obvious. Screw you. Literally, taste the rope. It's free. After a few hours, had to take one. I'm just gonna read this how I want to read this. I'm so done with these people. You craft items, cool. Materials are plenty, but you can only carry limited amount. Only way to empty inventory is to go back to camp, which resets the zone. Blah, 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 blah. You matter not. You must. Gosh, I want to say some things right now. Okay, well, my mic went out temporarily. I was saying, end it all. Just end it. Yeah, my mic went out for 2 seconds, and it's okay though. I think we only had like 2 seconds of silence there. Well, that's enough to lose all my viewership. It's over. All right, well, here we go, another shill. I mean, like, come on, man, what are you doing here? Vox Machina style cutscenes. The cutscenes are pretty nice, IMO. Stop it, bro. This is not Vox Machina. I don't even know what that is. Don't care. It's this is disgusting. You actually like this freaking art style. You suck. You're gay and you suck. And you like sucking dudes. You should pick up Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, you freaking queer. The gameplay feels like Fable, and the transition between them is enough to make me smile. If you like Vox Machina, nope, don't know and don't care. Show, you'll probably like this. No, stop it. Stop. This is dog filth. I can already tell that Vox Machina is better, and I have no idea what it is. For a free game on Game Pass, it's not free. You paid money. It's nice. It's not free. Shut up, Shill. Here's the facts, kid. Oh wow, why are you talking down to people reading? Here's a wild guess. While you're talking down to people in the review section as someone that's allowed to have upvotes on your review, and for some reason all the shills seem to love you, and it seems like the shills are the majority of the audience here. Huh, that's interesting. I can't wait to see the selling figures on this one. Anyway, here's the facts, kid. Oh yeah, so I wonder why, by the way. They're probably upset about the anti-wokers. Here's the facts, kid. So I was excited for this to come out, and I was excited to play. Still am, and currently enjoying it. You have no life if you enjoy this game. And you're a queer virgin, loser. However, here's my gripes going into it. The stamina is worse than Immortals Phoenix Rising. Yeah, that game was pretty bad with it. Stamina for jumping, stamina for attacking, stamina for dodging, stamina for climbing. It's annoying. I'm surprised there wasn't stamina on picking up items too. True that, actually. But then I saw that dragon, and bruh, Eternal Strands, you kind of redeemed yourself. No! Stop being a shill. Stop it. Stop being a shill. Just stop. Stop being a shill. What is wrong with you? Stop being a shill. Dude, the dragon is a dragon that you've seen in many games before. Just look at a game like Dragon Age the Veilguard. The same dragon design. Dude, it's just copy and paste. Oh wow, generic dragon. Oh, you guys redeemed yourselves. You have no freaking standards, man. These people are just copying everyone else. They're derivative horsewash. End yourself. Eternal Strands, you kind of redeemed yourself. The combat is great. Real fast-paced and fluid AF. Oh, I bet. Yeah, I remember playing it. Did not feel that way. Screw you, a shill. No, it felt clunky and weird. I hate the freaking combat so much with all my freaking blood. My alpha male blood. My alpha male energy blood. The combat is great, real fast-paced and fluid AF. Pretty dang hard unless you block enemy attacks and play it the way you're supposed to, which is meh, but appreciated. Overall, I like it. I can't wait for this game to bomb. You freaking Shills. No matter how much you suck off the phallus of these developers and you lick off that clit, it will never redeem these trash, woke DEI trash games. And by the way, I see you Graveyard Jones freaking biatch. I see that freaking review. We're about to read it next. Anyways, overall I like it, but okay, I might play it until it's really an issue, then call it a wrap, buddy. Asmin is gonna farm this game so hard, lol. Wow, you have to mention Asmin. So you're a centrist, queer, degenerate pig. Okay, got it. Y'all might want to get ready for that. Oh, what? You mean like... I mean, yeah, he's gonna farm it when it fails, and they're gonna be covering how the game is bombing when it comes down to selling figures. Alright, here we go. Here's a shill that's upset and getting triggered about anti-wokers. By the way, the anti-wokers, they actually get silenced. So this is why you're seeing all the shills. This is why they're the top reviews. It's because they actually silence people who push back, and Microsoft will literally threaten your account, which they've done to me, and they will say that you violated things for hate speech and for nudity, even though there was no nudity, but they'll say that you did nudity. Just all this nonsense. And again, I apologize for nothing. I did nothing wrong. Microsoft, go screw yourself. I differ on politics than you, Microsoft, and you still attack your customers unless they're woke. Screw you and your agenda, Microsoft, and literally death penalty for anyone that opposes the First Amendment. Wasn't gonna try it till I saw the insecure herd. Oh, insecure, huh? Yeah, people are insecure when they call trash trash. Interesting how that makes people insecure. No, you're insecure. And the fact that you have nothing going on in your life other than, oh, I wasn't going to play this dog trash game, but then people called it dog trash and woke. And because I'm an ideological zealot and I feel so insecure, I have to shill out for a game that's dog filth. And literally I have so much going on with my life that I'm going to pick up a crappy game that's woke and play it in spite of the anti-wokers. Dude, just get a grip. Just get a grip. They say anti-woke, get a grip. You actually need to get a grip because you don't play fun games. You play games that love DEI more than gaming. Anyways, till I saw the insecure herd of sheep crying woke DEI trash. Yeah, that's because it is, you freaking loser. And you can try to name call them and make fun of them in your own way with your retard, degenerate, satanic friends. But it's never going to alleviate the fact that these games are going to lose money because, guess what? You're a freaking freak and nobody likes you in the games that you promote. I'm a 39-year-old white metalhead dude, so you're a gay cock, is what you just said there. And I'm enjoying it. Okay, so you're a leftist cock. I'm glad that you played to your identity and you still look like a loser. Nothing groundbreaking, but fun in a world of MTX-driven slop, I'm sure. I bet you get triggered by seeing women with large breasts in gaming. Let me guess, when you play Ninja Gaiden, you sit there and you clutch your pearls, which were previously moistened when you were looking at the men that look like women in this game, and you saw Momiji, and you were like, those breasts are too large, I'm going to seethe. Okay, bro, you're gay. You're gay. You don't like breasts. You don't like women's boobs. I got it, bro. You're gay. Anyways. So nothing groundbreaking, but fun in a world of, okay, blah, 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 cool art style. No, it's not. It's terrible. Good graphics. No. I mean, the graphics are passable, but they're not that good. Combat seems like it'll offer some really fun options once you build up your arsenal. No. Oh, wow. So I have to play a dog trash game and build up my arsenal before the dog trash becomes maybe fun. It works at release. Yeah, and there's nothing there. It's low on content. The only thing woke about the game is that it isn't a bunch of white dudes. Yeah, that is woke, by the way. That is woke. And it's much more than that. It's a bunch of women. Oh, look at immortal women. Oh, so you do get triggered at attractive women. You frickin' cock lord. Jeez Louise, you frickin' queer. Just say that you're into dudes. Just say it, bro. You're frickin' gay. And you like metal because it makes you feel like you're masculine as you're getting pegged by a dude. through both holes. I'm not gonna go deeper on that one. Oh gosh. Looking forward to my unexpected playthrough. Thanks specifically to the reviews calling it woke. I mean, dude, when they leftists love to act like they're winning. Whenever you make fun of these woke DEI games, and they're like, oh, I was about to overlook this game, but because you guys made fun of it, now I'm gonna play it, and you lose. It's like, bro, the game's horrible, and you're wasting your time with this dog trash game, and you think you're getting a win on this one? Oh, man. Bro, you're wasting your time. This is sad and pathetic. The fact that you think you're getting a one-up on everyone for playing a dog trash game? Oh, bro, pathetic and sad. All right, though. Good for you, man. So you're getting your one-up against the woke, the anti-wokies. Okay. Okay, bro. Oh, man. These people are so pathetic. Unexpected playthrough, thanks specifically to the reviews calling it woke. See, this guy gets triggered when people call it woke. And that's just because we're calling a cat and a dog a dog. But it's so interesting because it's like he thinks that I'm going to get triggered, that he's going to have a full playthrough on a trash game. No, I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at this game because it's woke. Yeah, it has a bunch of women in it and the roles of men. Yeah, it has diverse women. Nobody wants a black woman as one of the characters in this game. No one asked for it. No one's attracted to her. She's built like a man, not attractive. And then all the other women are just masculine biatches and they're just unappealing altogether. And then the dudes in this game that want to be women, they're disgusting, degenerate freaks. So you're into cross-dressing as well. So screw you, guy. Oh, look at that. He got a bunch of likes. So 83 to 133. So you're telling me 83 cross-dressing gay queers liked this review. Interesting. Interesting. Well, obviously this game then is just, it's not going to bomb. It's going to do super well. The selling numbers are going to be through the roof because, I mean, clearly everyone's batting for this game, right? People like me, I'm wrong and he's right, right? Anyway. So looking forward to my yeah. So please keep self-exiling yourselves, running from the wokeness. You literally think that you're winning by playing a dog trash game. Dude, I'm laughing at you. The anti-wokers are laughing at you. You're gonna spend your time with a dog trash game that's wasting your time, and you think you're getting a one-up on everyone. And then you're saying that we are self-exiling ourselves from the wokeness? Bro, I'm picking up games with women that have nice breasts. I'm picking up games that are actual fun. You're the one losing in all this. You're the one picking up gay, queer fiction games. Dude, you are lame and gay for playing this game. And you are doubling down on being lame and gay to get a one-up on the people making fun of you for being lame and gay? Really? You think this is a victory lap? Oh man, bro. I mean, dude, just bro, chew on the rope. It's freaking free. And tell me how it tastes. It makes the games better for the rest of us. No, games like these are destroying the industry. Games like these, the studios are going bust every time. It's so amazing to me how we have countless examples now of failed games, failed franchises, failed IPs, you know, Immortals of Avium, go down the list. That's just a big Hallmark game to name off, but there's a bunch of games. You know, I don't need to name them. And yet this guy is sitting here and he's like, oh, you know, you guys self-exiling yourselves. So this is what you're saying. You are trying to coerce everyone through your politics in your games. And when people call out the politics, you make fun of them and say, oh, they're making it about politics. And then so because of politics, you decide to support the game, making fun of those who make it about politics. Then you want to gerrymander the industry and make it so that you want to drive out other gamers, the normative gamers. They want the kind of games that every one of us enjoyed back before games went woke. And you think that gaming is getting better by shilling out for woke games that are always failing and are objectively making the gaming industry worse. No one is attracted to random black women in these games. Everyone wants hot women like Rachel, Momiji, Kasumi, Ayane in games like Tifa, like Lara Croft. Nobody wants women like the women in this game. Like the women in Immortals of Avium. Nobody wants the women that we see in these woke games. Especially the colored ones. No one's interested. No one's interested in the melanated women from these different games. But then yet you keep on shilling out for it, and you keep on acting like everybody wants this as your studios go bust. You are a pathetic shill. And no matter how many of your shills, your fellow shills, they make you feel and sound like the majority, and you censor and silence through a company like Microsoft as you report people like me for airing my opinion. And you remove my reviews, and you threaten my account, and Microsoft sends me 21 emails telling me that, oh, you got hit for this, and you violated this, and you violated that, and it's all this made up stuff. So they're harassing me. Microsoft is, for sharing my thoughts and my opinion. But then when I report people that are disrespectful and they call anti-wokers a bunch of names, when I report those people, Microsoft sends me an email telling me they did nothing wrong. So you have a company on your side, you have censorship on your side, you have all these things working for you, and yet you still sit here and you think that you're on the right side. You are making the industry objectively worse. Nobody wants these games. No one's attracted to the women in this game. Nobody wants women in men's roles. That's disgusting. And also that is an insult on men, which apparently you're such a cuck, a gaylord, that you don't care. So yeah, it makes the games better for the rest of us. Who's the rest of us? You and your fellow group of satanic, degenerate queers that nobody wants to be a part of? So you and your small little clique, everyone being driven out makes gaming better when everyone happens to be everyone? And what's left of everyone is weirdos like you. Whatever, man. Genuinely fantastic. Gameplay is a mix of Dragon's Dogma, no it's not, and Zelda. Aesthetically, it screams KOA, I don't care. Really enjoying it, blah, 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 blah. I don't care, bro. You're shilling so hard. I'm not gonna read a freaking shill. Fun. It's a fun game. Reminds me. Okay, you know what? I'm skimming it now. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. So this guy, remainder of the year. Oh, wait, my favorite GP game. Oh, come on, bro. Dude, it's the first month of the year and you're already saying it's game. Dude, these shills. Bro, so what happens when the next woke game that feels like Dragon's Dogma and Zelda comes out? Then are you screwed? How do you say both woke games are your favorite? How do you do that? These shills, bro, they never think that there's going to be another game they have to shill. But they also don't think that anyone's paying attention to what they think and say, because you're going to be shilling another woke game and you're going to be saying this crap again. So it's just amazing because it's like, how many times do you have to say that these games are going to be the best game of the year? Remember when people said that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle was the game of the year? So many shills were saying that. Guess what? Guess how many people care about that story right now? Guess how many people care about that game right now? Nobody. Everyone's forgotten about it. Why? Because it's trash? That's why. There's a bunch of games like Metal Gear Solid 5 that people still remember to this day. I'm not going to say anything more on that. Everyone remembers that game. Nobody remembers these games. But yet you have these shills. Alright, reminds me of Zelda on N64. Oh wow, nostalgia, huh? Wow, I should really buy this game because nostalgia, right? Oh, it's free. Oh, it's a free game even though you have to spend money to play the game. Whatever, man. Played for 2 hours. Beat the first boss. Upgraded some stuff. It feels like, all those games. No. Again, a blatant shill. A blatant shill. Nope. I don't know if this is my cup of tea, but it is pretty good nonetheless. What a blatant shill. So you know that you don't like this game. Because that's literally someone... This is someone that was incentivized to make this review. That's why they say what they said. This is someone incentivized to make the review, and they always say stuff like this. I don't like things like X that I just reviewed, but it's still pretty good, I guess. That's always what they say. It's always what shills say. He only played 2 hours and he's saying that. Whatever, man. Made by BioWare veterans. Which ones? Because, and by the way, there's a lot of veterans of BioWare now, including a lot of Wokies. I mean, Mass Effect Andromeda, Dragon Age, the Veilguard. Who are the veterans now? Genuine question. What do you mean veterans? You mean the good developers? Because the good developers would not make something like this. This is such a trash game in so many ways. Okay, so all the bad veterans made this game. Great. So not far in yet. Combat's loose. They brought back Dragon Age's original magic wheel function. Whatever. No character creation, sadly. Who cares about that? Nobody cares about character creation. You're only saying that to avoid talking about the woke character designs. Whenever people bring up irrelevant things like this, no character creation, this is something that no one was asking for in this review. No one cares about this. Whenever someone brings in something that's completely unrelated, that no one quite frankly cares about, that's because they're avoiding a main topic of concern. Which here, what is the main topic of concern? It's the woke character designs. That's the main topic of concern. So instead of making it about that, they're just like, oh, no character creation, sadly. That's them trying to avoid the topic and also be apolitical. They think that's apolitical. No, character creators make a lot of games worse, by the way. Look at Atlas Fallen. That game was dog trash wokeness, but it also had a character creator and it suffered for that. But altering dialogue choices seems to give the illusion that we craft our character's personality, which is nice. No, it doesn't. You say literally 3 shades of the same thing. That's literally what it is. You know, if you want to give me real player option and choice in dialogue, I need to be allowed to call characters queers, and more specifically, F slurs, the N word. I need to be able to call them a bunch of slurs, actual slurs. If you want to give me actual choice, but because I don't have any choice, because I can't call them slurs and I can't insult and offend them, no, there's no choice. Like literally you only have 3 choices. Reassure everybody, compliment everybody, or inspire everybody. Okay. No, the dialogue is trash. Screw you. And the choices are trash. Screw you. If you think that and then he mentions Breath of the Wild and Phoenix Rising. If you think that makes it a knockoff, yes, it is. This game is derivative of a bunch of other games, absolutely. If you think it's a knockoff, you're an idiot and should feel bad. Get an education. Oh man, I'm face palming, man. Dude, are you kidding me? Dude, this game is derivative, and yes, it is based on games like Monster Hunter. It's based on games like Immortals Phoenix Rising. It's based on, and by the way, Phoenix Rising was based on Breath of the Wild. By the way, that game is also derivative. This game is derivative of even derivative games now. Okay? Yes, this game is derivative. So it makes you an idiot for calling a game that's clearly derivative of other games. For calling it derivative, that makes you an idiot? You should feel bad for saying something objectively true and correct, and you need to get an education after you are already more educated than this clown here. The hubris and the sheer ignorance on liberals is fascinating to behold. You literally think that you know better when you are blatantly wrong. No, you need to get an education. You are not qualified to have this conversation, retard queer. Shut the F up. Sit down, get used to it. You need to screw your freaking head on straight. You're a freaking retard. Anyway, it is okay. And playing a female is not the reason. I'm more of a stalker type player. What? No. What? No. What are you talking about? Okay, guy. But he gets a bunch of likes on that. Dude. Oh my gosh. Just the shills and the retards. They're the only ones allowed to get likes on their reviews. That's the only people that Microsoft wants to allow to have, air quotes, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech doesn't exist. And again, by the way, advocate for it. Start advocating that leftists get censored. It's time. It's time to censor leftists. I'm done with them. You mother effers do not deserve your freedom of speech. You must be censored. Silenced at once. You pieces of filth. It's time to play fire with fire. One of the most high quality games I've seen on Game Pass as of yet. No. No. Is this the first game you've ever played? You actually said that. Man, the shilling is hard. Oh, bro. Bro, this guy's rubbing it out to this game. And it's not because it's good. Beautiful art style. Voiced cinematics. An insane physics engine. The physics is not... No, stop the shilling, man. Makes the game extremely alluring. The second this leaves Game Pass, I am buying this without... Just stop. Oh man, dude, just stop. I can't take it. The shills, they're too much. If you're on the fence about this game, I assure you it is well worth dipping your toe into. Well done, Yellow Brick Games. I hope they go out of business, and I hope the developers lose all their jobs. Forever. The magic system is the highlight. Voice acting are mid, and the dialogue mid. It's not good, yeah, but it's worse than that. It's bad. It's just not memorable. I'll be shocked if it gets a sequel. Man. I mean, man, you're putting it as lightly as possible. This game is absolutely abominable. I could not stand playing it. These shills amaze me because it's like they are literally thinking that they're getting a one-up on everyone that hates this game by saying that I'm gonna play this game and I'm loving this game when this game is clearly worse than other games on the market. There's so many other games you could play, and you're saying that this is it. This is the bread and butter of the gaming industry. Whatever. Underwhelming story, trite characters, anemic combat, dated mechanics, doesn't warrant... Trite characters. No, the characters are disgusting and ugly, and they're vile filth. And they're unappealing in all ways. Especially sexually. Doesn't warrant all the dogpiling. No, it does. This is dog trash. But it's even less deserving of the glazing. Well, yeah, the shilling. No, it deserves all the hate. If you've got Game Pass and this caught your eye, then give it a try. No, don't waste your time. Shills, man. Even the 2-star reviewers are shilling. I've played a bit beyond the prologue and I think it's really fun. Yeah, explain to me where the fun is running around an empty open world. Would be considered mid-budget today, but it looks and plays great. Nice throwback. Whatever. Stole a lot of ideas from other games, but failed to make a better product. Yes. Game mechanics are iffy. Yeah, a little bit. Combat is bad. Yes, it is. The dodge is almost pointless. I didn't care about it. I liked the concept of the game. I did not. Could have been good. Failed to materialize. Okay, bro. Even the 1-stars are shilling for the game. Game is cool. I am having fun. I bet you are. Like, dude, I am only laughing at you if you're saying that this game's fun and it's good. There's so much else better to do with your time, and you're gonna act like you're winning at life. Playing this? Okay, bro. Whatever. Game good. Use proper English. EBT gamer has problems. This game is good. However, the camera sucks. Combat is also not super fluid, though there is decent depth to it. Concepts and world are great. Blah, 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 blah. Don't care. Ignore the hate. Oh, that's all it is, huh? Yeah, I can't wait for this company to go bust. I can't wait for it. I can't wait. Because you freaking Shills, you will get what you deserve, and that is to see your favorite little game that no one cares about fail. Anyway. Good level design. No. Interesting world, plot, and characters. You don't know good if it freaking slapped you on the nuts. Love of God. If this is good to you, you have no standards, which obviously he has no standards. And dude, what happened? Okay, alright, putting the video on pause. What the frick happened, bro? People used to be so critical of games. Good games used to come out on average. People used to be like, oh, you know, this game was good, but it wasn't great. So 6 out of 10, or even 5 out of 10. People used to be harsh on good games. Now we have these games, and people shill for these games. And they say it's not about politics. Clearly, you're shilling this game because of politics. Is the only reason. Nobody has any expectations on gaming anymore. You're literally saying this game is super good, great story. No. Dude, what the frick do people know? This is my number one question. And number two, people talk about what's good and bad, and then yet people say that objectively bad is good and that objectively good is bad. This is what people like this do. It's like, what does it matter to determine the quality of something if you're not even going to be legitimate about or reputable in your sense of what is quality? This game sucks. And you say it has good plot and characters? Do you even know what a good plot or characters even is? How you can even live with yourself saying that? Bro, the rope is free. Go chew on it. Spreading fire and ice mechanics are cool. It doesn't really mean that much. Whatever. The game gets better as you get past the early learning curve. Whatever. So many shills. Oh, here we go. $92 likes to 199 overall ratings. So again, isn't it interesting that all the people calling this out to be DEI and woke, you don't see any of their reviews? Why is that? Because they all get censored and silenced by Microsoft. Because these retard queers, they literally run through this entire section, review section, and they will report the people like me. And they will try to wipe you clean out of the review section. DEI whining should be removed. Oh, look at that. They're calling for censorship. And then yet the right wing, they still believe that the other side should have a right to their speech. Isn't it funny that they always call for censorship and they get their censorship? But even when they get their censorship, it's not enough. They need to absolutely dominate the conversation. This is why I don't believe in freedom of speech anymore. This is why I believe that the right wing needs to wake the F up. Wake the F up. Get your head out of your freaking ass, right wingers. Get it out of your ass. These people want to silence you. They don't care that you don't want to silence them. They want to silence you. It is time to play fire with fire. It is time to deport these people. It is time to go to war. These pieces of filth will stop at nothing until they own and dominate you and flood your country with browns. Understand it. Get it through your thick head. Freedom of speech does not matter unless you have the power to wield it. So, DEI whining should be removed. And it's so funny because right-wingers, they don't, especially people like myself, for instance, but most people do not fear actually sharing their thoughts and opinions. Well, or at least once upon a time they didn't, let's say that. But they fear what the left is willing to do to you because you dare to speak your mind. You know how the left, they'll make threats onto you. They'll threaten to censor you, silence you, other threats as well. Everyone fears what it is that the left will threaten to do to you. They don't fear actually sharing their position, although nowadays they do, but just endemically, because now they think like leftists, so they're afraid of upsetting the religion of wokeism. You know, these people are such freaking ideological zealots, and then they literally... they try to make fun of anti-wokers. But like, look at this. DEI whining should be removed. Like, so you mean yourself? DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion whining. Do you mean people whining for diversity, equity, and inclusion? Isn't it funny how the right will take these terms that the left uses to identify themselves? And like, when I first heard DEI, I was like, oh, it's stupid. And why a new term for wokeness, because wokeness isn't good enough? Whatever, man. But it's like, no, I mean, this is what they use to define themselves. This is how the left pivots from being woke and affirmative action and all that. And they make up a new term, and they make up a new term, and then we define them by their own terms. And then they say that, then it's so funny because then they define themselves by how we now are making fun of them, right? So us making fun of wokies, well, now it's like, oh, these anti-wokers, like they don't even, they literally run away from their own definitions when we use their own definitions to make fun of them. And then DEI, so they're saying DEI whining, so you already do not even own your own terminology, DEI. He means DEI as in the anti-wokers, not the pro-wokers, even though DEI was founded by the pro-woke. It's amazing to me. And then you're saying that DEI whining should be removed. It's just amazing that you're saying that a certain term and how people are speaking about it should be removed when you and your people are the source of that term. I mean, come on, man. Jeez Louise. This is pathetic. Game is dope so far. Don't let insecure men tell you what to play. How does it make people insecure for calling a cat and a dog a dog? This is DEI. It's disgusting seeing women in the roles of men. And by the way, fuck you. Go fuck yourself in the fucking ass, you piece of living shit. It is men who fucking live and die, literally becoming warriors to fight for your fucking country, you piece of fucking shit. It is hundreds of thousands, millions of men who have died in numerous wars so that you could sit here on a fucking console and fucking shit on traditionalists in your fucking country, you fucking piece of shit. It is men who fought and died for your country, who fought and died for your freedom of speech, which you weaponize against right-wingers so that you silence them. Fuck you, you living piece of fucking filth. Fuck yourself and fuck yourself in the ass, you piece of fucking shit. And this is why I have nothing for the left anymore. They must be censored, they must be silenced, and we must go to war against them. It has been a fucking enough. You're gonna call men insecure, and yet it's only men. The only reason you live in a safe and civil society without a bunch of fucking illegal immigrants fucking tearing through your fucking life is because of fucking men. You would not have a fucking society to live in if it wasn't for fucking men. The men who died for the Constitution of the United States of America, and yet you sit here and you shit on men and you call them insecure when they call it this DEI fucking filth trash. They're not even wrong what they're talking about, but you still want to censor them and you still want to call them insecure. No, you would not die for anything because you're a fucking piece of shit coward. Yet the men that you call insecure, they would die for something. You're a fucking piece of fucking shit filth. Fuck you. I've had it with these people. And they deserve nothing less than what I just said. Nothing less. Well, actually, I could say more. I could even go further than that. You are despicable. And this is why I say, when the revolution comes for you and your people, because you're going to push it over the line. Right now, the right wing is making life better for both the right and the left through Trump. But these people are going to keep on pushing it as far as possible until the right has had it. And when the revolution comes, I'm not going to feel sorry for you. And I can't wait to see what happens to you when the right reawakens and the right has had it with you. I can't wait to see what happens to you, you piece of fucking shit filth. Yeah, insecure men, I want you to see insecure when you're chewing on some fucking rope. I want to see fucking insecurity on your fucking eyes, you piece of living fucking shit. Generations of men died so that a piece of fucking shit filth like you can shit on the men of your country. The men, it never comes down to women that die for your fucking country. It comes down to the men. And yet you shit on men. Standing up for what? Some proverbial sense of women who don't even do anything for you. You're a fucking piece of shit filth. Fuck you. People like this, absolutely disgusting. I have nothing for them. Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit. Great so far. Fun and dynamic gameplay. No idea why review bombers are saying it's woke. Is this how much... have the generations been propagandized? Oh, shoot. I'm forgetting the term. I forgot this during my review. It's not being inundated. Have the generations been desensitized to what wokeness is and means for so long that now you just see blatantly woke nonsense in your games and you just pretend it doesn't exist? You have men in this game, characters that look like men, and they have the voice actresses of women. You have women in this game that look like and are built like men. And you're saying that's not woke. Again, fuck you. Don't trust all the reviews, you may be surprised. No, you're a shill. Done with you. It's okay. You got nothing better to play. Here you go. It's losers like this. No, there is better to do. The fact that you have no idea. What a loser, man. You literally can't find anything better with your life than this? Oh my gosh, bro. I can give you a list. By the way, pick up my fucking books, you retard. Pick up my books. You want something good? Pick up my books. Oh God, man. Dude, these people act like there's nothing out there. There's a bunch of stuff out there. You're just too stupid to go look for it. Or too lazy. You're too EBT for it, apparently. Anyways, man. Let's just see. So this is how the left operates. By the way, do not budge. When you call things woke and DEI, keep on calling it that. Because the left, what they do, they can make anything sound stupid by just trying to make fun of it and say that, oh, you know, these people who say woke, these people who say DEI, oh, aren't they so crazy? They're only speaking to, they're preaching to the, what are they? They're preaching to the choir here. They're preaching to the choir. Do not budge on this. Keep on calling it woke. Keep on calling it DEI. They're only trying to call you out to their fellow wokies. That's all they're trying to do. Fuck them and tell them fuck you. Because these pieces of filth, they need to understand. You don't matter. You have no power. We're going to continue calling you progressive, liberal, egalitarian, woke, DEI, affirmative action, all the terms. We're going to keep calling you these things. The revolution is coming for you and your bitch ass that doesn't respect all the men for generations who died for your country and the men today who are willing to fight and die for something unlike you satanic, nihilistic, but outside of nihilistic, you demoralized piece of filth. Screw you. The game is okay, but needs a lot of updates. But as I was saying, keep on saying these terms. Keep on saying it. Don't let them make you feel like you're a weirdo or an outcast. Because that just means that you are legitimizing their leftist presuppositions. And that means that you are playing to their frame. No, they are not the normal ones. They are not the regular and they are not the normative. These are the freaks. These are the psychos. This is the insane asylum. Keep on using these terms and let them seethe because it's getting to them. The fact that they are now, remember this, they only attack what can and does defeat them. Keep on using these terms. Keep on applying the pressure and the heat. They are seething about it. Laugh as they sit here and they seethe about DEI and woke. Double down into it. Say woke reviewer here, and then go into it and say, yeah, so it's, has diversity, has all this dog filth trash. Lean into it. Say, I'm a DEI reviewer. Yeah, it has feminism. Yeah, these chicks look like men. Double down. Don't let them make you feel like you're an outcast for calling their dog shit out. And right now, I typically don't like the curse, but you know what? Fuck these guys, because they have no respect for the exact people that gives them a society to shit on you from. Pathetic little weasels, these individuals. These are cowards. They stand for nothing. And they would rather see civilization fall and have a bunch of browns come in and destroy your economy and commit a bunch of crime than it is actually stand on some principle and stand for a country that supports its nation-born citizens. Let's see what these guys say. Alright, so this guy... this guy's just literally a soulless husk. He doesn't even care about anything really. He's just blabbering here. Okay, whatever, man. He's just like, oh, I guess that's cool. I don't really care about it though. Oh, it feels like you're watching an anime. I'm sure, bro. Go back to EBT school, bro. Don't listen to the endless DEI reviews. Fuck yourself, man. Those people are getting censored. I see no DEI reviews because why? Microsoft removes those people. I am the only one that has any ratings in here, and I have 45 dislikes. You have a company on your side. Don't listen to the people getting silenced? Fuck you. I have already put an hour into the game, blah, blah, blah. The story is also super interesting, and I can't wait to finish the game. I'm sure, bro. I'm sure about that. It's so interesting that you're going to forget about it, just like how you forgot about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I love how they love all these stories coming out. It's like, oh, this story was so good. Oh, is it? Yeah. Yeah, it is, huh? Yeah, you can't wait? You can't wait for another, right? And yet you don't remember the last one. And you don't remember the last one that you shilled. And you don't remember the last one that you shilled. And you don't remember the last one that you shilled. You don't remember all these games that you shill and all their stories. And you don't care. You don't know a good story. You stand on principle of your politics. And then you act like, oh, I'm no professional critic. Don't you love these retards who act like you have to be a professional, whatever that means? It just means an ideological zealot who's in the in crowd. That's all it means. But I believe this game is a great experience that you should try. Whatever. It's only leftists that believe in this fallacy. The appeal to, shoot. What's it called? The fallacy, the logical fallacy of appealing to, it's not authority, but I think it's the appeal to expertise. Which is tied in with authority, right? It's called something though. It's the appeal though to an individual that supposedly has more qualifications than you do. No. I mean, if you have proper rhetorical sense and you can line up reason with reason and you utilize knowledge and information effectively, you have everything well equipped enough, just as a air quotes professional critic. And most professional critics are retards, by the way. So you're just revealing how retarded you are by standing with a professional critic. I'm just going to dislike this person. Even though I didn't dislike the other ones, I'm just going to dislike you out of principle. Go screw yourself. And if you have a problem with a game having a female lead, get help. It's the only thing that leftists can say is get help. No, fuck you. And yeah, I have a problem with a female lead. Yeah, I have a problem with female leads in games. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? I have a problem with female leads in games. What are you going to do about it? You little fucking shit. What are you gonna do about it? Piece of fucking filth. What are you gonna do about it? No, fuck you, and fuck you being a fucking liberal, egalitarian, leftist fucking cock. Fuck you. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, this is what you're gonna do about it. You're gonna watch as this studio, Yellow Brick Games, you're gonna watch them go bust. You're gonna watch them lose money as a studio because the only money keeping them afloat is ESG. That is what you're going to be watching. That is where you're gonna need to get help because your whole life revolves around what the therapist tells you because they're a professional. You need to listen to what the dipshit has to tell you, how you need to live your life because you don't know how to find your own solutions because you're a rudderless adult child. So fuck yourself, adult child. You get help. And yeah, the game has a female lead and it makes it bad. What are you gonna do about it? Fuckface. Screw you. It's people like these that make these games bad, that makes the gaming industry bad. Right now, the gaming industry would have gone up in flames. It would have gone completely bankrupt if it wasn't for squinty eyes Asian developers. Asian developers are the only reason why gaming exists to this day. The only reason why. People would have checked out a long time ago if it were not for the Asians. You fucking moron. Count your blessings. Get used to it. Your politics isn't so popular, moron. And you are the freaks. And you're calling the normative people, the normative citizens of civilization, you're calling them the weirdos. Get a grip. Get a grip. Yeah, this guy says it was boring. Yeah, the game had a terrible story, but the story was absolute dog trash. Nobody wants to talk about the disgusting characters. But that's because why? Everyone that calls the characters disgusting and calls it for what it is, they all get censored. They all get censored. Oh, I'm out of water. Frick. Alright, we're at the end of the video anyways. So we got a bunch of shills. I mean, where's the people calling out the DEI? Oh, that's right. Xbox removes all of them. It's amazing to me that I can't find them. I can't find the people calling out the DEI. Right now, it's only me that has called out the DEI. Oh, there we go. This guy did it. Stock DEI characters. Gee, I wonder why he got so many dislikes, though. 28 likes. So that leaves, what is that, 52 dislikes? Gee, wow. The wokies must be really popular right now. Alright, I wish there was more in-depth inventory system, this guy right here. But that aside, if a game creator dares to make a game that doesn't have a white male protagonist, it is immediately DEI? Yes. Yes, if you look at the characters, these are characters that literally represent as hallmark representations of queer, liberal college student characters. If you cannot tell that these characters are DEI, you have not been around normal people. And yeah, by the way, yeah, how about that? Yes. It's a game without a white male protagonist, which by the way, for wokies, they specifically want to eradicate white male protagonists and replace them with a bunch of colored people and also women. So yes, it is immediately DEI based on your own fucking standards, retard. Grow the fuck up and be honest with yourself for 2 seconds. Your own side stands with this. Your own side has already shown their hand. This is what they believe in, you fucking piece of shit. Stop lying. Grow the fuck up and be honest with people for once in your life. Stop being a habitual liar, you piece of fucking shit. You should think a little before spewing ignorance across the reviews. Losers, a lot of you. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you, you living piece of fucking shit. Oh man, leftists, this is literally where all this comes from. Leftists were complaining for so many years about white male leads, saying that we need to replace them and add in women in male roles and replace the white male leads with a bunch of diversity hires and a bunch of, minorities this, minorities that, and also women. Fuck you. Fuck you. We know what reality is, and you want to make up what reality is. You're going again. Oh my gosh. So the woke want to literally have their fucking propaganda, and they want to have their cash out too. That's what they want. And they will literally act like, fuck yourself. I'm so done with these fucking retards, man. So done. So done. You're fucking activists. This is literally what they've spoken about for years doing, and now they're getting their way. And now you're acting like that doesn't make stuff woke when they're getting their way, when they revealed their hand. And then we call out their hand. And then you call us the ignorant one. Fuck you. Done, man. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I can't stand these people. It's unbelievable. Keep on calling it out. Keep on making fun of them. Keep on saying woke, DEI. Let them seethe. I hate these people. I literally hate these people. And again, the only way they win is through what? It's through censorship. It's the only way. We'll let them try. Keep on pushing back. And yeah, at some point, the right will reawaken. And these mother effers, they will get exactly what is coming for them.